Are the makeup artists usually men?
I must have been maybe the second female makeup artist in the industry.
Seriously?
It was dominated by men. It was a makeup dada and a hair didi. I have been dragged out of Filmistan. My mother would get threatening phone calls on the landline, like that if your daughter doesn't stop working, we're going to cut off her hands when she's coming back from Film City. So I had people like Karan Johar, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, all of these actors at that point in my career, Preeti Zinta, who were very supportive of women working with women.
When should skincare routine be part of one's thing?
Mid-20s. I don't understand those girls going to Sephora and buying skincare at the age of 14 and 16. But I would say like 23, 24. It does not have to be a crazy routine. It just could be an amazing moisturizer meant for your skin type and a lip balm or a sunscreen. That's it.
If you use these 25 products, before you go to bed, you wake up looking like a Madonna in the morning.
I wish that was true.
Yeah.
Honestly, we live in a country where the 10-step skincare routine does not work.
Now everybody has that Korean skin. How?
No, that is filters. We live in a world of Botox and fillers and surgeries. It's so easy with lasers and CO2 to like have that kind of skin today.
When somebody comes to you after having done these procedures, can you figure out?
You do need to ask very privately that, okay, is there anything that I should be aware of? Most people are quite honest with us because it can backfire on them.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching or listening to another edition of the NI podcast with Smita Prakash. This episode is being filmed in Mumbai. Ever wondered how our actors and actresses look almost ethereal on screen? Of course, they are beautiful, but then there are some makeup artists and hairstylists who work their magic on them to make them look almost divine. One such person is Namrata Soni. Thank you, Namrata, for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me here.
So, tell me, how do you make everybody look so phenomenal?
It's my job. Honestly, I love what I do. I think I've always said that to all my students who come to my academy, is that when you love what you do, it's not a job. You know, and I think for me, I don't look at a face like I need to change them. I look at a face that I need to enhance their beauty. So that makes a huge difference because everybody is beautiful. You have to just enhance that right feature. Like somebody's lips will be beautiful, someone's eyes will be big, someone has flawless, stunning skin. There's so many ways of like just making them look beautiful.
But there are some actresses who you just feel सब कुछ ही सुंदर है. कैसे हो जाता
they're
है?
so lucky.
Huh?
They're just so lucky. Some of them are just flawless, honestly. Like I've worked with some actresses whose skin is like peaches and cream. And I'm like, oh my God.
No, but now everybody has that Korean skin. How?
No, that is filters. That is not true. Not everybody has peaches and cream skin. But yeah, it's, you know, we live in a world of Botox and fillers and surgeries. It's so easy with lasers and CO2 to like have that kind of skin today.
So when somebody comes to you after having done these procedures, can you figure out that they've done it?
For sure, instantly.
Really?
Yes, instantly. Because however much you may go and do all of these things, you can see what the underlying skin is because we are looking at it from a very microscopic level, not a very macroscopic level. So like we have to like really understand. So like if someone has like gone for CO2 for pores and acne marks, you'll still see a residue and a little bit of that still there on the skin. It's our job to make the rest of it look flawless. But you can totally make out when people have gone and done procedures, especially when they've done fillers and Botox. The skin is different. The elasticity of the skin is different. The plumpness of the skin is different. And I always ask because I have a full step of skin prep, which I do as a makeup artist. Like I don't just put a cream and start makeup. Like I will do cupping and I will do, gua sha.
Cupping se scar nahi ho jata?
No, not at all. Cupping is amazing to remove like, swelling on the face, extra fluid. It's amazing. Then you have gua sha stones with like blue light, red light, purple light. So you can't do any of that if someone has Botox and fillers.
Oh.
So you do need to ask very privately that, okay, is there anything that I should be aware of?
Batate?
Yes, most people are quite honest with us because, that's our job, but they are. Because it can backfire on them. Because when you've done something like hyaluronic acid fillers or, you've gone and done any of that and you're doing cupping, you are taking it from one area to the other and it'll shift. So you have to be very careful.
Okay. So if they've done that, then you don't do that procedure.
We don't do those kind of preps on their skin. Then we'll do like more sheet masks and more, hydrating masks on their skin and do different kinds of preps to be able to prepare the skin for makeup.
Instagram has put so much pressure on people to
look
use
perfect.
Yeah, to use so many products, because if you use these 25 products before you go to bed, you wake up looking like a Madonna in the morning.
I wish that was true.
Yeah.
Honestly, we live in a country where the 10-step skincare routine does not work because we have a lot of humidity in our country. So that means after step 1 itself, you're perspiring. You know what I'm saying? So imagine you're putting that, then you're sweating, then you're putting another. So you're literally like, putting sweat between each layer of your skin is crazy.
Oh my God.
So I think just keep it simple. Cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen, at night eye cream. That's all you need.
तो हो गए ना 4 products?
नहीं, पर 3 product ना रात को आप eye cream डाल रहे हो.
Okay,
we live in a country where any part of the world you need sunscreen. So today you even get tinted sunscreens.
Yeah.
So you don't even need to wear like a normal sunscreen. You can wear just a tinted sunscreen if you don't want it to add another step to your routine of getting ready every day. But like cleansing is important. You need to, especially if you're someone who wears makeup every day, you need to do a double cleanse. You need to be able to remove all your makeup at night thoroughly, properly before sleeping, and then do a nice moisturizer and an eye cream and go to sleep.
So that is called double cleanse.
Double cleanse is when you do an oil makeup, like an oil makeup remover, like something with like an oil, and then you massage your skin with it, then you emulsify it with a little bit of water, and then you clean it either with a microfiber towel or then you clean it with another, like a face wash.
You're stressing me. Because I'm thinking about myself and I'm like, ye kuch nahi kar rahi.
The problem is most people take baby wipes and wipe their skin.
Yeah, I know, that's horrible.
That's horrible. Yeah. But it's just, you have to think about the longevity of it, like how long you want your skin to last. We are very lucky as Indians. We have a lot of elasticity and melanin in our skin. So our skin doesn't age that fast.
Okay.
But I'm not saying do a double cleanse every day, but at least do it twice a week.
So
it's really important.
When should skincare routine be part of one's thing? Like, is it in your 20s? Is it
20s? I would say like mid-20s is when people have started at 16 and 14, which I don't understand. I don't understand those girls going to Sephora and buying skincare at the age of 14 and 16. But I would say like 23, 24. And it does not have to be a crazy routine. It just could be an amazing moisturizer meant for your skin type. And a lip balm or a sunscreen. That's it.
Okay. And the pressure on actors and actresses to be always looking perfect. You must have seen that, right?
Yes, I have. It's very hard. Like airport looks and getting ready for anywhere you're stepping out. It's really hard to be constantly papped, all the time.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's become a imperfect, perfect world where you just want to look perfect all the time. So it's very hard and it takes up a lot of their own time because you are still getting ready with hair and makeup when you're going to the airport or if you're going to the gym nowadays or you're going out for a dinner or a lunch. I miss the times when they would just go barefaced.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Bareface is also a makeup brand. It's become that bad.
It's become that bad.
That, I think it was last year, if I'm not mistaken, when I first used a makeup artist in Bombay. And what she told me really shocked me. She said that, as part of her routine, she goes to these wealthy women's homes every day at 11 o'clock and she does their makeup because they will need to go out.
Yes.
And they can't do their daily makeup on their own.
They can't do their daily makeup. It's also become very accessible. Like earlier, to be able to get a makeup artist was like you would get them for special occasions, right? Yeah. But today what's happened is that there are also a lot more makeup artists in our country, they've become a lot more affordable because people just want to be able to get ready and go out. But people are getting ready for brunches, they're getting ready for gyms, they're getting ready for going to the airport. Like you said, anyone and everyone is getting ready and it's just become
just for a lunch with your
girlfriends. Yeah. Kitty party.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing. I get calls like, is your team available? Can they come and like do a kitty party for us? And I'm like, really? Wow, okay. Like I'm not going to say no to work for my team because it's work at the end of the day. But it's quite fascinating to see for what you have to start getting people ready. It's
Yeah. And the pressures on the celebrities must be so much more
It's a
then.
lot more. Because for them, it's, with social media being what it is, like I would say till 10 years back, you didn't have Instagram. I would say 10 years back, you didn't have Instagram. You
Yeah,
didn't have
yeah.
any of this where you were, anything and everything you did was just on social media in like a matter of seconds. Like you could have a little bit, I'm saying a little bit of privacy at that point. But
Yeah.
today you don't. Like that time they would not get photographed coming to the airport or get photographed coming in and out of a gym or in and out of a restaurant.
Yeah.
Today everybody has a camera phone and everybody's a pap.
And they don't want to look their natural self even while going to the airport. Why?
No, I don't know. I want an answer to that question. And I've asked a lot of my, clients that I work with. And it's just that they're being photographed, they're being judged. We live in a very, very difficult society where because of all these platforms, people have nothing better to do but then to pass horrible and nasty comments. And I think it affects you. You're a human being.
Yeah.
It affects you mentally, it affects you emotionally, it affects you. And I think it's just easier to get ready and go and face the world. See, makeup gives you a lot of confidence, right? Like when you walk out with even a kajal or red lipstick, you're like, I can take on the world. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
When you just do like mascara, you put like fake lashes, you feel like I can take on the world. So I think for them, it's like being able to take on the industry and face it with, everything that they have.
Because your own family or your own staff will think that kaise lag rahi hai aaj. When you go out and then you realize that the looks you're getting is not because of anything. Are you tired?
Yeah.
Has it been a rough thing?
Yeah,
yesterday?
it's very hard.
So then you realize that thoda karke hi niklo otherwise.
But I feel like learn to do it yourself a little. It's not that hard.
Yeah, why? Yeah, exactly.
It's not that hard. And I mean, I shouldn't be saying this because it's my it's business for me. But I would say do a course, get someone to come and teach you how to do basic makeup for yourself if you're going out at night, or going out in the daytime, and donate the rest of the money. Yeah, give it there.
But why are hairstylists and makeup artists separate now? There used to be a time they used to do both.
I started as both. I still do both. You saw me yesterday.
Yeah, you were doing,
And I don't know, it's become like a thing that everybody wants a separate hair and separate makeup. It's no more where you were trained to do both. It's become a very specialized field. That, this hairstylist can't give me that, so I need someone who can do everything. It's become...
and then you have to work with stylists sometimes.
We do.
Do they tell you that madam ko aise lagna chahiye?
All the time. We're told, we're given mood boards and looks to follow for like lunches and dinners, and it's
not for a photo shoot.
Not even a photo shoot. I'm talking about lunches and dinners.
For lunch.
We're given mood boards of how the hair and makeup has to look.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what pressures.
When I do brides today, like I'm not exaggerating. Oh my God, I have to create a mood board, and not one mood board. I have to create 5 to 6 mood boards for every outfit, because they are first of all not willing to tell us what their personality is, who they are, and they want us to give them all options.
Please explain mood board to me now.
So a mood board is a collage where you have the outfit that the client is going to be wearing, and then you have hair and makeup references for it. So I'll have 7 different hairstyles that will suit that outfit, 7 different makeup looks that would suit the client and the outfit. And again, unrealistic expectations, because where are you getting these images from? You're getting it from Pinterest, you're getting it from Instagram, you're getting it from social media, which is very filtered.
Yeah.
So the biggest issue I've had is like I've had clients show me these beautiful, no makeup, filtered pictures saying, I want to look like this. I said, are you sure? I said, this has 18 filters on it. Like, I can't make you look like this. You have texture on your skin, you have pores, you have acne marks, you have scars. I can't make you look like this. I can make you look an amazing version of yourself, and I can guarantee you that. But I can't make you look like this. And I've actually had brides say, you know what? We're going to book someone else. I said, okay, go for it.
Ooh.
Because my Instagram does not have filters. I have never used filters. I don't want to use filters. For myself, I don't use filters. I have, textured skin. I'm happy to show it. Because the more real you are, of course, there's a whole society of people who will be like.
But now you can't even post a picture.
Oh no.
Because you have to ask everybody.
Yeah.
No, you have to ask everybody.
Permission.
Yeah, permission.
We sign NDAs now.
And these are people whom you've known for
It's become very
ages.
difficult.
So is it okay or not? And then they rectify.
Yes. How do you know all this? They do.
Yeah.
They do like full Facetune and whatever beauty pluses happen, and then you get the picture back, and you're like, but this is not the makeup that I did.
Correct.
And this is not your eye shape, and you're like, okay, you know what? I'd rather not post the picture.
Yeah.
So I don't post a lot of my work that I do because either I've signed a non-disclosure agreement with my client where they don't want us to post. Some people are very
before
private.
And after kind
yeah,
of.
Before and after, or they're just very private. Like I've done some very nice weddings, and I appreciate those people because they'll tell you right from the beginning, listen, we're not okay being on social media, so you're welcome to take the pictures, but you can't post it. And you're like, okay, fine. Yeah. I would rather have that in my life than been asked to remove images from social media many times.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh my God. So the celebrities that you've done, can you tell me who are the people that, the top A-listers that you worked with?
I've worked with everyone. I've been really blessed. I've worked with Sonam being one of my favorites. I've worked with, of course, Rani. She is beautiful. Like every time I work with her, I'm like, how has she not aged? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, she's stunning.
She's stunning. Then Sushmita Sen, Aishwarya Rai, Deepika Padukone, Malaika Arora Khan, Janvi, everyone. What
can you do with Aishwarya?
She's so beautiful.
The red lipstick.
Yeah.
That, of course. Does she ever wear anything other than red lipstick?
She does. In fact, I worked with her at a time where she used to do a lot of experimenting. Like we'd done this beautiful glittery blue eyeshadow when she was walking the ramp in Delhi. Then I'd gone with her to Chennai for something. It was amazing, actually. She was so beautiful.
So she's willing to experiment with looks?
Yes. She used to be. I've not worked with her for a while, but she used to be. Sushmita, I had the biggest girl crush on. And when I met her for the first time, I was like, whatever you thought she was bigger than that. She was just this dynamic, amazing woman. And I was like in awe of her. And I was like, wow, I'd done a Cosmo cover with her. And I was like, this is one of my, like a tick mark on my bucket list of having done Sushmita and having done, Aishwarya.
Miss World and Miss Universe.
Yeah, and then I got lucky enough. I got to do Steffi Graf. I got to do Serena Williams. And I was like, okay, this is like just tick marks happening on my bucket list, Christian Bale coming into India and I'm doing his makeup. I was like, okay, I couldn't be in a better place.
What did you do to...
when he came for the Jungle Book Netflix thing. So I was his makeup artist for 4 days. I was going all over the place with him. I loved it. I was like, oh my God, he's incredible. Incredible. So it's been an amazing journey and working with the best of the best. It's been incredible. Every single person I work with, I learn something every single time because everybody is so uniquely different in the way they approach their faces, makeup, hair, that I cannot be closed as an artist. I have to be open to, adjusting to what they want. And I think that's really important to survive in this industry.
So it's what they want or what the producer wants or director wants? How does it work?
I think it's a combination. When you're doing a film, it's, of course, the director's vision, which a stylist, the actor, and the makeup artist and hairstylist bring to life. We also have to make sure that the actor is comfortable, but a director's voice is very important. So we have to have a very good balance. Like there are times when we've done films where the directors will be like, okay, I don't want any makeup on the face. And we'll be like, okay, we understand, but she has dark circles and she's, I understand that it's a village girl look, but you can still look pretty decent and sweet, So to tackle that sometimes has been quite a journey, actually. But, and I initially didn't know how to do that. I used to be like, but it's makeup. Why don't you want makeup? But, over the years, I've learned that there's a balance and you have to know what to say, what has been done. So like now when I go on set, I shouldn't be saying this actually, but now when I go on set and be like, acha, we want to make no makeup look. And I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll do no makeup look. I've done proper full makeup just in a way where you can't see it on an HD camera. And that is my skill that I have to make sure that comes across, that you can't see the makeup, but it's there.
But it's there. That's a natural look
or
whatever.
Yes, the no makeup look.
So what is nude makeup? Please explain.
Oh my God, nude makeup requires more makeup than actually doing smoky eyes on yourself. Okay. It's a lot of makeup. So you need to, of course, do the best skin prep. You need to really, your skin prep is longer than actually doing your makeup. So you need to cleanse the skin. You need to moisturize it thoroughly. So that's hydrating sheet masks. I put like sheet mask for 30 minutes on my clients' faces, on my actors' faces when I'm doing those kind of scenes. Make sure that the skin is supple and very plump. So when you then go in to do makeup is just gliding on it. It's just staying put. It's looking natural and blending into the skin. So it's that, but then eye makeup. We as Indians have a little brown on our eyelids naturally. A lot of people don't cover that up thinking, oh, it's going to look fine on camera. It lands up looking like you're unwell because you've covered this and then this is brown. So you have to then use shadows that mimic real skin textures and real skin colors and apply it. So like cream eyeshadows, which are like beautiful rosy browns that don't look like you've put something. Then you have to tight line the eyes because the minute you put makeup, tight lining is basically where you go inside the waterline and very close in between your lashes and you draw a very thin eyeliner. So you can't see it on camera, but it just outlines the eye and enhances it. So we have to do stuff like that because we can't do an outright liner. But though that's a no makeup. Then using transparent mascara, which is like, does not leave a lot of residue. Cream blushes or liquid blushes that go into the skin. Tinted lip oils and lip balms that look like it's your natural lip. So it's a lot of makeup.
I know. It's just not just a blusher and
it's not.
thing.
Unless you have flawless skin, but we live in a world where, as women, we have high cortisol levels, we are tired, we are stressed, we have a family to look after. It's very difficult to then be flawless and, however flawless they may be looking on screen or in pictures, it's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot of work that goes behind it.
So did you do the bridal look for Sonam and all also?
Yes, I did do her wedding.
Because she kept looking different in all the functions.
Yes, it was amazing. It was awesome. She was actually one of she was like a sister to me. So it was like amazing getting her ready for every single look we did was absolutely different from each other. And her outfits were different. And she is a fashionista, so you can't she understands fashion. And once she trusts you, she lets you do what you do best, which I think is really important.
But you were talking earlier about brides, when they come and they have unrealistic expectations and all. So finally, when both of you agree, like the bride and you agree, aren't there aunties and all who come in and say,
but thoda
lamba khicho, thoda ye karo?
Yes, but luckily I've now got 20 plus years in the industry. So I very sweetly request them that, when I'm getting you ready, please don't have more than you plus maybe one person who you trust in the room with you. Because the minute I'm done with makeup, I pack up and leave. Then the aunties can come and say whatever they want, I'm not there. So I try and because that's the only way. Otherwise you get very overwhelmed as an artist. And then you start fumbling and making mistakes.
Okay.
So a lot of people sometimes think that, she's trying to be, I said, you're not understanding where we are coming from. That's why we are creating all those million mood boards.
And you're paying me for that.
Yes, you're paying me for my years of experience and coming and getting you ready for your big days. So
But then the brides also come with this huge emotional turmoil also, right? It's that one day where they want to look their best in life, and there's so much of hope also that they look. And makeup, you'll do the makeup and you'll go. What about 1 hour later? When she's sitting for the Vedi and
we have a team to take care of them.
You have a team.
Yes.
Okay.
If they require, but honestly, I'll be very honest with you, makeup, if done correctly, does not move. Like I have finally come to a point in my life in my career as a makeup artist where I know the products to use even for a bride. Because honestly, even if I leave a team, nobody is going to allow you to go into the mandap and wipe away the tears and, redo. Because there are times when you will have your closest aunts who will come and give you a big fat kiss with a red lipstick on your cheek.
Transferable lipstick.
Just before the fairas, and we'll get like calls, oh my God, my makeup. So we come running and we fix whatever we have to. But today, the kind of products available in the market, it's really easy for us to be able to create looks that last for like 12 hours if done correctly.
But do you know the pressure? Like the products, right? But do you know the pressures it is to walk into a Sephora or I shouldn't say Sephora, mere ko ban hi kar de. To walk into a makeup store and not know what to buy. And when you have somebody coming up and saying, can I help you? And then looking at your face and saying, I think you need this because you've got aging skin
Oh
and
my
you've got
God.
wrinkles and you've got acne and your lips are drooping and you feel like, kill me.
I'm being honest, I don't know the feeling of that. I started when I was very young. I started when I was 19. At that time, we didn't have Sephora and we didn't have these stores, and especially in our country. But I am very confident when I walk in because I don't take anybody's help. But that's because I'm an artist.
Yeah.
But yes, I can't even imagine the stress because I've seen it happen to other people where they'll be like, like you said, oh, your skin is not very good. Do you want this product? It'll like transform your skin.
Yeah.
And you are kind of trusting them sometimes, but you're also like very hesitant.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be that way. But I think what I always tell people is find someone that you trust, reach out to them, figure out if they can come and help you in some way and guide you in some way to what to buy and what not to buy. It makes it really cuts down everything that you're going through. It just helps you go into a store and say, okay, you know what? This is the red lipstick that works for my skin tone. I only want this. Please don't show me anything else. Because they're going to try and sell you 15 of them.
Yeah.
So it makes a difference if you know who to trust. And I think with social media being the way it is today, it has become so cluttered. The voices have become so cluttered, where everything is like the influencers have taken over, and influencers who have no kind of training. The amount of makeup influencers in our country today, they don't have any official training to be able to tell you exactly.
And they're selling products.
Yes, they're selling products.
And doing it supposedly subtly.
Yeah,
but they
not.
are.
But they're not doing it subtly.
But they're selling.
Yes. And that actually is a disservice to most people and most women in the world, I feel. Because you are showing what suits you. It doesn't work for everyone.
But there are actresses also doing it now, selling products, making products, and it might look wonderful on them because they are blessed with good skin. They're blessed with, and
they take care of themselves. They have a whole team of people taking care of them. Yes.
There's a diet that goes in. There is exercise that goes in. There's genetics that goes in. Several factors, but because they are now owning that product, or they have, I don't know, bringing out that, and it's a lot of pressure on young girls. I feel
it is a lot of pressure,
and
I feel like it's very difficult to know who to trust right now. And there is a very big like India in the last 5 years has boomed in makeup. We have a lot of white labeling that's happening. I don't know if you know what that is. So basically, we have since the pandemic, we have, I don't know how many hundreds of manufacturing units that have opened across India, made in India, right? Where they are manufacturing the product for you. So your lipsticks are being manufactured by them. Everything is being manufactured by these companies, these manufacturing plants. And you tie up with them and they send you 10 products. And you're like, oh, okay, I love this formulation. Put my name on it and let's sell. That's what white labeling is. That's what's happening across the industry in India right now. Whereas, as I would tell this to anybody out there, go with a brand and with a person who actually has done their research, who actually knows what they're talking about. It is so important to follow the voice of someone who is genuinely giving you the right advice and not just selling the product to you. Like I have my own brand, but if you go to my page, you won't see my brand on my page.
Okay.
You didn't know I have my own brand.
No, I did.
I have my own brand called Simply Nam. I started in the pandemic, 2020. And it's actually quite nice that you don't know I have a brand.
Why don't you promote it on your page?
I do certain collabs, like when I'm launching like a color corrector, or I'm launching like a concealer, or I'm launching a specific lipstick meant for a skin tone. But we have our own brand page where we talk about, the product. But my job till today, the first thing I am is a makeup artist. My job till today is to guide the people who follow me correctly and not tell them that my brand is the best, only by me.
Okay.
I don't believe that. I wish I had every single product in the market under my name. But when I come to that point, great. But I always want to be the makeup artist who will guide people and say, okay, this works for me, this works for you, but there are 5 other brands that you can try. And I think that's really important because when you're constantly putting your face on something, people stop trusting you. Because you're only pushing your product. You're pushing your product and pushing it down their throats. And I'll tell you something today. it's not possible to get ready with everything from one brand unless it's a professional.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's not. You know that.
It's not.
It's not.
Cannot.
Yes.
I need a million different things,
Yes,
and it
exactly,
comes from
exactly.
different places. Tell me about Om Shanti Om. What did you do?
I did prosthetics.
Yeah.
I actually won the IFA for that, for prosthetics. And it was the first time I ever did it. I was so lucky. I had just, a few years ago, before Om Shanti Om, I'd done my course in London. And I actually never wanted to be a beauty makeup artist. I wanted to be a prosthetic makeup artist that did horror films and like all of that kind of stuff. But we didn't have that kind of cinema in India at that point.
Yeah, okay.
So the closest I got to do was aging makeup in Om Shanti Om, which I loved. I love Farah. She is one of the only women who in my career supported me right from the beginning.
Wow.
As a woman makeup artist. And it was amazing because I actually got to make people older, not younger. And it was amazing because we got to work in this climate, this heat. I had to like age them. I had to do layers and layers of makeup and with a hair dryer, dry it and then put, shadows
Glue.
and light. Yes, like silicone and all of that to be able to do it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that I got that opportunity. But I realized when I finished that film, there were no other opportunities.
Yeah.
And I needed to do something with my career. So then I followed through into the beauty aspect of it.
You just said as a woman makeup artist, is that something different? Are the makeup artists usually men?
Yes. We've had a very long journey of reaching where we are today. When I started, I think I must have been maybe the second female makeup artist in the industry.
Seriously?
Yes, it was dominated by men. And it was very
doing
scary.
Makeup for women?
Doing makeup for women. So it was a makeup dada and a hair didi.
How bizarre is
Yes.
this?
So women could do only hair, men could do only makeup. And then you had your stylist who could do everything, like the clothes stylist. And it was actually, I didn't even know that when I entered the industry. Like I went and did my course and I came back and I said, I want to be a makeup artist. I have a woman president. Why should I not be able to do this? I live in a secular country. And I came back and I did not realize how difficult it was going to be. I would be on set and the union would turn up, the cine union would turn up. They would come and harass the producers, fine them for hiring a woman makeup artist. They would expect us to hide in vanity vans because they didn't want us to be on set. I've had my mom, there were only landlines, there were no mobile phones when I started. And my mother would get threatening phone calls on the landline, like voicemails, that if your daughter doesn't stop working, we're going to cut off her hands when she's coming back from Film City. And I remember my father telling me, baby, why are you doing this? Just stop, no. Why is it so important? And I'm like, but I love what I do. I mean, I don't ever want to, like, there are very few people in the world who love what they do. And get paid for it, right? We don't live in a world like most people go 9-to-5 job and they don't love what they do. And I said, how can someone tell me what I can or cannot do with my life? I said, I live in a democratic country. You cannot tell me what I can or cannot do.
This is union bazi?
It was union bazi, and I tried to fight it for very, very long. Then finally in 2014, we won in the Supreme Court.
You went to court against the union?
Yes. So it was a very long fight. It was Sessions Court, High Court, then Supreme Court. And finally, when we won it, I remember I had unfortunately lost my father and I was up north and I get a call from the union that we're waiting for you. I said, for what? They're like, for you to come and get your card. I said, I'm never going to get your card. I said, I have the Manse card. They have supported me as a woman. I have been dragged out of Filmistan, like dragged by these men. And I've had to call Goregaon police to come and protect me and my team, when we were doing films. It was very eye-opening. There was a point where I was told, literally by the union, that you're never, ever going to win this case. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, really? Like, why? What do you have against us? And, it was so heartbreaking for me being a woman today to actually sit on a set in Karjat. I was sitting and one of my actors said, you know what? I'm fed up of having these union people turning up. Let me sort this out for you. It was this amazing male actor who I absolutely love. And it was we had like a 3-4 hour break. So he called the union and we were shooting over there. And he said, you just stand behind me and keep quiet and just hear them out. I said, okay. We're standing behind and we were hearing them out. And it was the men and the women, so the hairdressers and the makeup brothers who had come from the union. And they were so angry. They were so angry at me. They were so angry at me. And they were like, it's because of you, our sons and daughters don't have work. And it's because of you, you are rich and spoiled. I said, excuse me, stop right there. I said, what makes you think that I have not earned the car that I'm coming in, that I've not paid for it, that I've not paid for my education? Like, what makes you think those things? And what broke my heart sitting there was it was not the men who had the problem. It was the women who had the problem with me working as a makeup artist. Because it's nepotism, right? In the makeup and hair industry. It's like, I'm a hairdresser, I have a daughter, my daughter becomes automatically a hairdresser. If I have a son, my son becomes a makeup artist. And you have come in and you have disrupted this entire hierarchy of things that we followed since 1950s and 1940s in our industry, and you are fighting with us and you're making it impossible. And I remember I stood there and, we realized that we were never going to make them understand any aspect of it. So he said, you know what, thank you for coming. We heard you out. His hairdresser was a man. But they were not harassing him. I mean, technically men were not allowed to do makeup.
Should have done hair,
right? So he was like, thank you for coming. Why can't we sort it out? We tried for 3 hours back and forth. And then, it all got over. Then I got called by other people's managers saying that, listen, why can't you just take a male assistant? Why do you have to have a female assistant? Give the union people, take their sons, give them work. I said, why? I said, the girl who's assisting me is very capable. She's worked very hard to be where she has. Why should I give somebody a chance because that's what the industry is asking me to do? I said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to agree to that. I was very lucky. I had, I was working with Sonam, and Sonam was very supportive. She's amazing. She's, so I had people like Karan Johar, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Farah Khan, Sonam, Sameera Reddy, all of these actors at that point in my career, Preeti Zinta, who were very supportive of women working with women and saying that, no, Farah said, can anybody do what she's doing for Om Shanti Om? If they can, I won't take her. And that support meant the world because it really opened up a lot of doors for women in the industry.
This is 2014.
This was 2009.
2000.
Om Shanti Om was 2009.
Okay. The court case was in
2014. So from 2001 to 2014, I don't know how many lakhs of rupees of fine I have on my name, which I'm not even bothered. They used to come and fine the production. So there were a lot of production houses that refused to work with women makeup artists.
It's such a bizarre...
It is. It
doesn't make sense
It doesn't make sense at all.
Is there any other profession like this? Like a light boy can only be a boy?
No. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe there are no female light boys. I've never seen them.
Because a spot boy bolte, light boy bolte.
Spot boy I know can be a spot girl. I've seen a lot of women who have these women around them taking care of them. But I don't know about light boys. That's a very interesting thing. I'm going to actually dig into it a bit.
Makeup dada and
hair didi. And I would always wonder, I said, there are no male makeup artists on set. Who is calling the union? So, it used to always be like, who's calling?
So you're not part of the union, you refuse to be part of it?
I refuse to be part of the union. I do not want to be part of a union that does not support women. They had no choice but to give us cards. They had no choice, which is why I was being called.
Because the court said so.
The court said so. And I said, I'm sorry. I don't care.
Do actors also focus on their makeup as much as actresses do?
Oh, yes, of course. A makeup and hair can make or break your character. People don't realize how important it is for a look. And I think male actors, if makeup done correctly, you don't have to cake them up or you don't have to put as much on them because there's not that much required unless you're doing a period drama where you have kajal in the eyes, or you have that kind of a look. But yes, we work with an HD camera today where the cameras are so sensitive, it picks up everything.
Yeah.
You need to have the skin looking even. How much can you do on post? It is so expensive to do an entire film where you're touching up everything like under eyes and everything on post for any actor, male or female.
Do they do that? Do they tell the directors?
A lot of people have it in their contracts.
To do... I need to look a certain way.
Yeah.
But isn't that the director's prerogative?
I wish.
Okay. So they tell you, ye isko theek karo, usko theek karo.
Yes, of course.
Even for airport looks, male actors do it?
No. I've not at least gotten anybody ready at least I've not gotten the male actors ready for airport looks, but no, I hope not. I hope
Going to
not.
the gym,
I think they do
have
their
them.
hair though. I mean, if they're wearing like a really cool outfit, I definitely think that they do their hair, because men are a little bit more vain about their hair more than makeup. Like every mirror they cross, they like always set their hair and like, you know. But I think that's just a thing that they
But
do.
it's so cute.
It's so
also,
cute, right?
That even men
Yeah,
have that
and-
same insecurity
Yes,
that
of
women
course.
do.
But you know, when you're photographed, literally when you're walking out of the car, when you're walking out of the building, when you're walking out of a gym, I think it just becomes a part of your life.
But it's also so much of pressure.
So much of pressure.
I mean, if you see Shah Rukh and Salman and all that, they're on the wrong side of 50.
Yeah.
But everybody expects them to still have those six packs.
Yes.
To have the perfect hair and to have
But
the
you know,
perfect
everything
look.
comes down from the West, right? For us in the world. And when people in front of the camera who have a lot of responsibility for the world, right? For especially the younger generation, when they are going so easily under the knife or going and doing procedures to make themselves look 20, 30 years younger, what kind of tone are you setting for the next generation?
Yeah.
Right? Because that's the expectation that they're putting out there, that listen, I may be 60, but I'm looking 30 or 40.
Yeah.
So you know what? It's okay. I have another 20 years in my career. And that's putting a lot of pressure. And there are some people, you know, even in Hollywood, who've not touched themselves and who are as they are, but they're very few and far in between. And I think the same goes for our own industry.
I don't want to be judgmental about people who are getting stuff done, because I just
Yeah.
feel that it's a personal choice. You want to do it,
Do it, yeah.
And you want to go and get surgical, non-surgical procedures, it's okay. But I just feel that women who are not on the in jobs that require you to be glamorous, in just normal jobs now feel the pressures,
Yeah.
even in those jobs, to
be
look
perfect.
this
Perfect.
to have this perfect look.
Yeah.
I know when I would take my kid to the school, it was like, can you please wear a sari to drop me, you know, to school?
Oh.
Because there were many moms
Yeah.
who dressed up and came,
Yeah.
and I was in track pants, and you know, because
I mean, it's your downtime. Aren't you allowed to be in track pants?
So I remember at that time, and I said, okay. And then I spoke to some of the teacher friends of mine, and they said that even for parent-teacher meetings, women find a lot of pressure because other parents
are coming very decked up. And
very decked up. So they need to do this. So very early in life, I was like, okay, I'll set this rule that I'm not doing it. I cannot.
I'm so happy to hear that.
So,
but you know, it's also a very... You're from Delhi, right?
Yeah.
It's also a very Delhi thing sometimes. Not in a bad way, like in the sense, Bombay is a little bit more chilled out, but we are going the Delhi way, I'll be honest with you. Like there are the women who are constantly dressed up, constantly decked up, don't go for even picking up their school kids without makeup and hair and
at
the
least
perfect.
two designers.
At least two designers, exactly. Gucci, LV,
because
something.
A friend of mine, I actually heard her saying, if I don't have a soli or two, I feel very naked.
Oh my God.
I was like, Rukh ja. I have seen you since college when you're phati hui jeans और वो भी जनपद पे जाके हम shop करते थे. Like, you know, when we had so gareeb that we couldn't even afford, like, you know, to buy from a shop. So, Rukh ja. So she said, nahi, ab I feel very naked without a soli or two.
Wow.
Not a solitaire also, soli
or two. Or two. Oh my God. That's
very
a lot
Delhi
of pressure
for you.
It is.
Yeah.
But you know, the world is going that way. Like even Bombay, like I think there is a very, very big part of women who are dressing up a lot to go and pick up their children from school or, you know, to go and see an annual day, you know, because we don't know who's going to be more dressed up than the other.
Because everybody's in the selfie
Exactly,
mode, right?
that selfie, man. I think video phones just ruined the world for us.
Yeah. So
I miss the world before social media. I miss the world before Facebook.
Yeah.
I used to get bookings on my answering machine and I miss those times because it didn't matter how many followers I had on Instagram. It didn't matter how many likes I had on Instagram or on Facebook. What mattered is, okay, she's been doing this. Let's call her. Let's try her. Let's work with her.
What's the pressure on you that you making everybody look great? So if you go out even to buy bhaji without makeup
You
on,
saw me yesterday. I had no makeup on.
I saw you, yes.
And I don't put makeup on. Today I have makeup on, but I don't. You know, the first product that I launched for Simply Nam was a makeup remover.
Okay.
As a makeup artist, and everybody was like, have you gone mad? And I was like, I hate putting makeup because I hate removing it. You know, so I said,
the most important thing in a kit is makeup remover.
So I said, I want to launch with a makeup remover. And people really thought I had gone crazy, but it was what it was. But I get judged, like, when I'm going for an event and I wear like a lip balm, I'll do an eyeliner because I love an eyeliner, and I'll wear like blush, and people will be like, oh, that's it? So in Bombay, it's still okay, but I know for a fact that like sometimes when I'm in Delhi, I feel very underdressed. When I'm up north, I feel very underdressed.
Okay.
Like, I feel like, okay, like it doesn't bother me, thank God.
Yeah.
Like I don't have that FOMO vibes to my life, thank God.
But Delhi has solid rules.
Solid.
Kapdon ka bhi, we have these rules.
But we get booked by that rule. Acha, she's not very, put together, don't book her. I have gotten wedding planners telling me that you don't wear enough makeup, so they're scared that you're not going to be able to make them look white, so we can't book you. I said, okay, you know what? I don't even want to get them ready because I, first of all, would not make them look white.
Look white?
Fair.
Yeah.
Brighter.
That's something that everybody wants, right?
Yeah.
They all want.
We have this white girl hangover in our country, which is just crazy.
It's still there?
It's becoming better. It's becoming a lot better than what it was 10 years ago. People are more embracing and accepting of their skin colors.
Yeah.
But there is also a part of it which is, I would say the brown girls are very accepting of who they are. Like today as a brand, I need to make sure that I have lipsticks for them. Otherwise I get called out, which is amazing. I love that. I actually enjoy that. But there is still a huge part of the country which will be like, I'll know that when my concealers and my correctors sell because it's only the light colors that are going. Even though that's not their skin color.
Yeah.
Because that's what they've been told that they have to. I've had mothers down south call me to the side and say that, oh, you know what? She's okay with her skin color, but you have to make her look 3 shades fairer. And I'm like, why? She loves the way she is, her skin. They're like, no.
Yeah, I had a dermatologist on my show and he said the same thing. He said before the girl walks in, the mother walks in.
Yeah. And gives you full instructions.
Yeah.
Full instructions are given.
कि आप इसको ये बोलना.
Yeah.
And then what all can you do? What procedures can you do to make her look at least 3 shades?
So my first conversation is with the mother. Then the bride comes into the picture.
Oh my God. That's heartbreaking though.
It's heartbreaking. It's become a lot better than before. I would have nanis and dadis and mothers and aunts be in the makeup room and tell us, nahi, usko aur gora karo, usko aur gora karo.
Chepo,
aur makeup lagao. And today it's
that
like
ghastly thing called face packs.
Yeah. But today the girls are like, I don't want anybody in the room with me and my makeup artist.
Right,
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Because you know what? I would rather deal with one person than deal with 10 people. Because there's so much of confusion when you do that.
Great talking to you. Thank you so much for coming on the show and all the best for the future.
Thank you so much for having me. I love the show and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching or listening to this edition of the NI Podcast with Smita Prakash. Do like or subscribe on whichever channel you've seen this or heard this. Namaste. Jai Hind. Click here to watch the previous episodes.